It's 1258 and the Mongols have gone westwards and are now besieging Baghdad, the holy city of the Abbasid Empire. And this is going to be a really good one, guys. Welcome back. I hope you're enjoying seeing the 1212 continent at the moment, and we have a great battle for you today. We have two Mongol armies, I should say, and a Sicilian army, which is over here. So obviously, or Silesian, which are basically the Armenians, and it's quite good to see them today because obviously, if you know about this siege, then you know that the Mongols have subjugated the Armenians at this point and use a huge force of Armenians, along with obviously Mongols, to take on the Abbasid Empire. So yeah, this is going to be a really fun one. It's a nice 3v3. And it's nicely, finely poised with only about 200 men difference in it, and it should be interesting to see what goes on. We've got lots of cavalry for for the Muslims over here. We've got like Bedouin lancers and Fursan Akrad that are ready to be unleashed on the Mongol hordes. But they also have their own cavalry, lancers and horse archers. So it'll be interesting to see what can be done as like artillery comes here in and just like tries to take out these Turkic archers, which are just setting up now. If you're enjoying seeing 1212 at the moment on the channel, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. As a few more poor guys get hit by an artillery piece, it's pretty brutal. But yeah, you can see the Turkic archers are setting up here. These are all tier 1 units in this because it's 1258, so we've not really had the sort of the turn of the period. Oh dear, that's not good. Armenian footmen lost like 50 men just from the towers coming down. That's a feature I really hate, that like just because you capture a tower that you have to, then it has to be destroyed. I wish they kind of like just kept it with the whole Rome 2 vibe of just you take it and it becomes yours to shoot. Kind of gives towers a bit more purpose and like you actually want to fight over them. Yeah, so I mean, this was done in my Discord, was this battle. So if you'd like to join the Discord to get involved in some scenario battles, then you're more than welcome to do so. Always great to have more people there. And those that are struggling to find like 1212 battles, was always a great place to come and get some. There's always plenty of people there that want to play 1212. You can see Nafatoons here. It's getting focused down by my Turkic archers I set up on the wall there. I was like, right, we're going to get nice easy shots. We can take as many of these guys out as possible, and they're dropping quite nicely. And these Nafatoons can't even respond because obviously Nafatoons can't fire this far, like throw that far. Like that'd be very impressive. And it's like a little bit of cavalry sort of flex to see who's got like the best cavalry, I guess you say. They're destroying their own wall at this point, and they're still focusing down the Nafatoons. They're down to 21 men. It's pretty good start. I mean, definitely could do more damage than, if possible, could do with killing off more, if not routing them, to be honest. It's half their strength actually gone, to be fair. It's pretty good. Could do with taking out like the tuned crossbows as well, and various other things. But yeah, most of the swords are also made up of Armenian footmen, so that kind of works with like the scenario being well, like most of the Mongols being Armenians basically. So yeah, like that works really well. I personally think, so that's good to see. In history, obviously, the Mongols win because they have so many more troops. They have like 50, 60,000 more troops than the Abbasids. So they just overwhelm the Abbasids with their numbers. But in today's battle, it's pretty evenly matched, so it will be a lot closer. And also, I think in the actual siege, like one of the Abbasid nobles sort of portrays the Caliph, basically tells them that the Mongols aren't attacking. Don't worry, there's nothing to fear about. But certainly the units that they want to fear about today, to the Mongols, are these Gulen foot guards. They are pretty damn armored. They're kind of like, well, they're like the Mamluk foot guards. Good with a bow and a sword. So it'll be good to see how they can do today. And it looks like units are starting to come off the walls. We've got cavalry here that's charging. We've got Mongol heavy lancers that are going to charge down the street. That's a bit of a strange decision because these Jund spears here, well, they're spears. So they'll stop the cavalry straight in their tracks. We can see it looks like the first bit of combat's about to just happen over here. Now we've got cavalry that's in the fight, and it looks like some artillery's been firing in as well. That's pretty painful to see. This looks awesome. We've got Mongolians just routing. It looks like they've routed the spears to the cavalry. Yeah, they've routed the cavalry. I mean, they're now getting focused down they are by all these swords here. They need to be careful. Need to be very careful. Footwar Junta got lots of that. Interesting to see what it can do. But I mean, yeah, at this battle there was like I mentioned already, tens of thousands of Armenians and Mongols. There's also a Chinese at this battle, which is why you can see there's units like the Fire Lance infantry here, and there is a Culverine or two for the Mongols as well, because obviously the Chinese were the first to find gunpowder. So yeah, you can see here got some nice fire lancers. It'll be interesting to see what they can do. They're just gonna, like, you can see on their blades, got kind of like a firework that sort of like fires off something. It's kind of interesting to see what happens. And obviously there's Nafatoons as well. Nafatoons do their bit, do their damage. Be interesting to see if they can break through. Looks like Armenians already nearly breaking here. This is not a good start for the the Armenians. That's, I mean, there's 19%, 20%, yeah, and they're gonna just put Jund crossbows up in. They're gonna execute them probably. Gonna probably execute these poor guys. Oh, it's brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yeah, oh my gosh, they just broke like that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hopefully this cavalry can be used to some effect. You can definitely get this Mongolian cavalry unit down the back here, because the spears aren't actually defending this spot, and then they could get all the way behind. They can go and take out all these Gulen foot guards. That'd be quite good. And then they could probably go in and take out these spears, which are beating Armenian footmen, which is kind of surprising. These spears, these footwear, aren't very good. They shouldn't be beating these swords. But maybe, I guess, with the support of the archers they are. But also Silesi's got a very key role. He's kind of like support in a way. He's got a lot of axes here. He's got a lot of shock. So obviously he wants to be using them. But obviously he could go onto the walls a bit if he needs to, and he could get stuff up there. You can see spears. They're doing quite a good job in scaring off these Furzan shock infantry here. But he needs to be careful, because they could just send cavalry all the way around here and just surround the spear unit. So he needs to fall back to this sort of choke point here, keep himself safe. But he needs to get more troops in. They can't really be too. They can't be too passive, can the Mongols? That's not how they work. And there you go. You can see some Mongol cavalry just charged in there. Nearly broke this unit in one go. This Jund unit here. Now it's going to try and form up, though it might not get a chance. No, it's not going to get a chance. Look at this. These poor Mongols here are going to run them down. Or they're going to try to anyway. I mean, even if they form up, they're already like wavered once. I don't think they're going to last much longer. We'll see. I mean, they got like a one behind them. They might do okay. They might do okay. Yeah, the cavalry's actually falling back. It looks like you're going to send some Armenian footmen might be going in that direction now. Who knows? But who knows?
Running from the enemy.
Got some Georgian auxiliaries here. So again, some more like people from like the Caucasus regions, kind of doing their support for the Mongols. It's either this or probably like get massacred. It's either be subjugated or be massacred. That's kind of the Mongol way. Interesting to see what they can do. I mean, actually, they probably could destroy this. I mean, they need to. There's just literally some foot guards waiting on the other side. I mean, it's a pretty nasty like rival for them to be facing, but maybe they'll deal with it. Who knows? You can already see men wavering here. It's not looking very good for the Mongols. Having a really rough time. They've got the Armenian swords here, still battling away against Futwar Jund. Got some Georgian auxiliaries in here as well. Wonder if they're paid as much as, say, the normal Mongol troops. Actually, probably. Do the Mongols even pay their men? Absolutely not. They definitely just raid and just, like, it's spoils of war. That's all you get. That's definitely going to be how it would be. Wouldn't go any other way, I imagine. See the spears starting to lose over here, though, for the Mongols. Not for the Mongols, for the Abbasids. Yeah, you can see losing there some footwar. Now they send up some Jund, which is just a bit better. Pretty nice fight. I mean, interesting to see these two factions. We don't often see these two factions. I mean, Abbasids we see a fair amount. The Ilkhanate, though, which is the Mongol faction, you just don't see that very often. So it's good to see them today. And same with Silesia. You don't really see Silesia. Like, because they don't really have any swords. Actually, they have no swords, to confirm. They have no sword infantry. So they have like lots of bows, lots of shock infantry, lots of spears. So, yeah, it's kind of good to see them as well. You can see they're quite a interesting faction. Again, they've kind of got like that sort of vibe of Eastern Christian like vibe going on, really. Like the Kingdom of Georgia, for instance. The very Kingdom of Armenia used to be where the Kingdom of Georgia is. These Armenian infantry, they look quite good, even for a tier 1 unit. They look quite good. Well, they don't fight very well, but they look nice. Could do with maybe some chevrons on them. Could do with possibly having some chevrons on them. But you can see they are fully engaged here. And they're losing on just about every front of these Armenian footmen right now. But there are nasty stuff still to come. There's still the fire lance infantry. There's still all the shock of Silesia still to come. The Naftoons, a lot of cavalry still to come in. And, I mean, this cavalry here that needs to get moving. And it should just go, like, maybe take out some spears somewhere. I don't know. Needs to do some work. And it looks like there's cavalry coming around the flanks. Now we've got spears. Oh, yeah, there's cavalry that's going outside the walls. So the Abbasids are taking the offensive. What they got here, they got some Furzan Akrad and some Bedouin Lancers. And they're going to come around. I think they're going to try and take out this Bombard. But, I mean, there's some Mongolian heavy horse archers waiting for them. Doing some shots. I mean, what are they firing at? They're firing at the routing units. They need to turn around and not shoot at that anymore. Then there's some more Mongolian heavy horses here. Need to be careful. Some Georgian auxiliaries in here as well. And in this battle as well, in history, there is also the Principality of Antioch takes part. It's kind of a mad siege, to be fair. You think about it. Like, Antioch turns up. It's literally like Crusaders, Mongols, and like some Eastern kingdom. It's not, yeah, Armenia, a subject kingdom that all just take part to destroy like their own common enemy, which is the Abbasid Empire, the Abbasid Caliphate. Which is kind of mad, to be fair, that they all like, it's the weirdest crossover ever in history. Like Mongols and Crusaders fighting together. But they did it. Sadly, we didn't have the Crusaders here today. That would have been like, we could have had them as a fourth army if we could have got another player. But it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. And you can see the Armenians now are being forced back on this front by all the spears. What we got here, we got Caliphs fighting here. Got some Caliph Humat. These are like the elite spears that are available to the Abbasids, so they will be hard to break down. And they're actually being flanked anyway by PopeJohnPaul here. Look at this. This is painful. But they're not finished, I don't think, because well, I mean, there's still cavalry available for the Mongols. They can still do a lot of work. I am having a pretty hard time over on this side fighting my army. I'm basically I'm overstretched, really. I'm fighting across this entire wall, this long wall, which really should have been probably 2 armies here and then 1 in that side over there, possibly. Just doing their bit. Who knows? But yeah, it is a rough old fight here. See the Armenian, not Armenian, the Georgian auxiliaries here doing their best. Fighting it out. It's either this or they go back and get killed by the Mongols. Either die fighting the Mongols' enemies or die fighting the Mongols. It's a hard life for auxiliaries. Poor them. Yeah, we're about to see a good charge here from the general. He's about to like get a nice little charge off onto all this footwatch under the rear. Serves them right for trying to surround the infantry. And there you go, in they go. Run them down. They better not be getting back up. Yeah, look at that. Instantly losing decisively, cavalry coming back in, Mongolian heavy lancers coming back inside. I think they're going to come and do the exact same thing, charge into backs of all these troops here. And you can see these guys are all losing decisively, or most are losing decisively now because of this cavalry.
Men are running. Stand and fight, damn you!
Such a grindy little siege going on here. Like, it's pretty hard to tell who's going to win. I'd say that. Well, obviously, I know who wins, sort of thing. But yeah, it's not looking good, I'd say, for the Mongols right now. I mean, it's fairly balanced still. Mongols have got about 1,000-man difference and not in their favor. But they possibly have the better troops. And they have some, like, specialized units available to them. They've got, like I said, Nafatoons and the Fire Lance guys. I don't know how good they are. They've got to be pretty good. They probably don't do much killing, but they probably get a lot of morale-like damage for units. That'll be interesting to see what they can do. They have artillery going off now as well. I don't know what that's firing at. The trebuchet is still firing. hopefully they're firing at some big blobs of Abbasids. So hopefully, maybe they're taking out these Jund here. They need to be firing with the archers here into the backs of these Jund here just to help break through. Make this an undefendable spot. I mean, they are kind of here. This unit here is firing into them. It's not getting a great angle. It needs to move more to the left. And you can see the artillery is coming in. It's actually firing on this. Yeah, I think they do a bit of damage to their own spears. I'm not quite sure. It's an interesting formation they've formed up as well. They're in column formation, these Armenians. Let's see the shock infantry. I mean, they're having a lot of success here because it's shock infantry. Oh, poor guy. I was just about to zoom in on him. Just gets cut down. But yeah, Silesia here is not one of the greatest factions to play as, like I said already. Oh, jeez, that was a friendly fire, definitely. A load of infantry just got hit by their own troops. Yeah, the dismounted Diaz Vaughan are losing now because of, I think, because the artillery's hitting their own men. And yeah, it's not looking so good for this Mongol force over here, commanded by myself. I've tried to lure some units, and you can see I've basically lured the Bedouin Lancers into fighting my Mongol horse archers here. Now my Turkic archers are firing on all of these Bedouin Lancers, getting some good kills. The Ferzan Akrid here are basically going to get the same punishment, and hopefully we can kill them off. If not, yeah, there you go. They got an okay charge. Yeah, they actually got a pretty good charge. And you can see my cavalry rejoin the heavy Mongol Lancers, rejoining the fight. My artillery crew, which has done a fair amount of damage and stuff, is now about to get murdered by, well, a lot of spears here. I don't exactly know where the crew's like nearly gone already. These poor guys. And now my Turkic archers here are now probably going to go into combat. They're okay in combat again. They're pretty solid. They'll do their bit. They're a bit like the Gulen foot guards, but they're not like the greatest. They're not really the greatest. We will see. Hopefully they fire a volley. And actually, there you go. All my cavalry broke. Apparently that one unit of Ferzan Akrid was just too much to deal with. And my Armenian footmen are all nearly gone. And I think my general, yeah, is now in combat with their general. And was winning. And actually, to be fair, their general is still losing. But because they sent in these Gulen foot guards, they're probably going to mop up my general. And that'll be me basically out of the battle. So it'll be down to the other two armies over there. Whether the Mongols can break through. It's still definitely possible. And there you go. The general has died, I think, just there and then. And the Mongols, look at that. The Mongols and the Abbasids are very similar, like heavily armored horses. Obviously, they do. They have very similar style of warfare. Just skirmish, hit and run with their horse archers, and then lots of like heavy cataphracts or cataphract-like troops. There you go. Arrows coming in, and they're just focusing down these footwar Jund here. And then there's a spear, however you say that, Shirts? I don't know how you say that. It's like a German name, but it's definitely not. Look at that, the cavalry going to charge in. They were going to charge into these spears. They actually broke these spears, but they need to charge into the next unit. The swords here, they need to go into. In they sort of go, but they sort of didn't. They kind of got stuck on everything. They just broke there in that street. And they kind of got counter-charged by the small sword units. I mean, the swords were losing. That's kind of what they've got to do. They've got to do a lot of charges like that with the cavalry. Get some good kills. But yeah, they can now start to turn around stuff from over here. I mean, this army's nearly gone for the Abbasids. It's not got much left. I nearly took it all out, but it's just not to be. I've made a few mistakes. I think I overextended. I think I should have just not worried about like some areas. I should have definitely taken out those Nafatoons. They were annoying. And yeah, I don't know. I think that I just kind of got unfortunate. The infantry for Mongols is not great, and it's kind of what you rely on, obviously, in a siege. So it's a hard uphill task. But and then again, I wouldn't say the infantry for the Abbasids is great. They're only footwar Jund, most of them. They've got their Gulen foot guards, which I think is what's going to make or break the siege. If they perform well, then they'll do okay. You can see they're actually they're nearly out of ammo, which is good. They've got archers on the wall here. If they can keep the enemy by the walls here, then they'll do okay, because they'll be able to use all their archers from the walls, like from the wall above, and focus down. Like, so they just shoot, yeah, from here, for instance, these units all can just shoot onto this poor footwar Jund. And these Georgian auxiliaries should win that fight. I mean, I say should. This is the Georgian auxiliaries I'm talking about. They're unpredictable. They'll probably go and die. That guy's a giant, I just realised. Look at this one here. He's an absolute giant in comparison to everyone else. And yeah, my final Turkic Lancers on the Turkic Archers, I think, are just like defending it out on this wall over here. Send them all into combat. I think they're okay in combat, but they're still not as good as like the Gulen foot guards and everything else. Like that, they don't stand much. Also, they've lost the general, so I mean they're just gonna break anyway. So they're all in combat there, doing their bit. And so yeah, like I said, it's down to this flank over here. You can see swords now fighting it out. Armenians facing more footward Jund. It's not been an even fight between these two sides already, but maybe with the archers they might be able to do some work. They're gonna get they have to get the archers and the Nafatoons and the fire lance infantry up here. They've got to get these cavalry mobilized as well. You can see there's more. That's the Armenian cavalry or the Silesian cavalry back there doing it, waiting for orders. There's an absolute hailstorm of arrows coming in. And actually, look at that. They are losing that fight at this footward Jund, but also so the Armenian footmen. Both sides are doing exactly the same thing, just focusing down each other's infantry. You can see Jund crossbows breaking there. The footward Jund losing again. I mean, like I said, the Mongols and Armenia are making some good work. I guess they are. Yeah, it's Armenia or Silesia. It's like me with I've forgotten who it is. It's another faction who are just Mesacely and Numidia. In Rome too. I just call them. They're the same thing. They're called Mesacely, but I'll call them Numidia because that's what they are in the OG Rome 1. And it's kind of the same in this. Like Silesia is basically Armenia, basically. Oh, good charge there by the Mongolian heavy lancers. I actually don't know if that was a great idea because they didn't just charge into the back of their own men. I mean, that unit is losing now. It is in fact losing. And so is the spear unit, it's rowing. I mean, after that, if you break through that, you're into archers and cavalry. So, I mean, there's not much left for the defenders. It's close, but maybe not close enough. Footwar here holding. I mean, look at these guys. These are just ragtag spears. Ragtag. Just got to blitz through these terrible spears and hope they've not got much else. But they probably do. That's the thing. They probably do have a fair amount. Yeah, look at this blob. This is a huge blob that needs to be moved. You need to get Nafatoons up here. Like, get Nafatoons in here and kill all these guys. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 6 units. Yeah, 6 units in there. Trying to pressurize this. Yeah, just get... Shouldn't even send that spear unit. Get the Nafatoons up there. Going up in a different direction. To be fair, they're going after a decent target over here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 units here. But, I mean, yeah, get the fire lancers over there. Just rout all that stuff. There is so much there that he's killing. Nafatoons coming up. And here we go. We're going to see some pain. There is some tiny units here holding the line. A wavering auxiliary and a breaking Armenian footman. Oh, here we go. Nafatoons doing their bit. Yeah, they're going to break the Mongols, like the Mongol forces, but they also will break a lot of these Abbasid. Look at that, they just eradicated these guys. And what they're sending in, some archers to chase these Nafatoons down, and then goes some archers to go and try and save the Nafatoons. Oh, they need to get these guys out of here. They don't do great in combat. There you go, they're falling back. And then goes some archers from Silesia. He's having to send in some of these into combat. Even if they've got ammo left, they're having to go in. And what's now coming up to form some caliphs? Okay. But if they're going to form the shield wall, I'd just say just throw more Nafatoons. Oh, jeez, they are really blowing up these cheap archers. They shouldn't bother. Should be shooting other stuff. Yeah, they're really trying to focus down those Nafatoons with the big blob in there. And they need to throw. Yeah, here we go. You can see the Nafatoons going off. They're trying to explode more men in this line here. And then go the archers. Don't know if the Nafatoons have any ammo left. They still do, actually. There is a general really close here. There is a general that could be Nafatoon. I think they are doing that. Oh, nice. Yes. If they could get a kill on the general, that would be huge. I don't think they can. I think he's going to bail out of there. I mean, they can also hit these Gulen foot guard. They've still got a little bit of ammo. Yeah, look at that. Still doing some damage. Not masses, but some damage. They could have done with possibly breaking that Caliph unit there. But over here, they need to definitely get these fire lancers up onto this wall here. and fire down into this blob. This is a serious problem, this huge blob of stuff. It's also just begging to be hit. Archers, like any missile units, I would be licking my lips right now thinking, yes, let's kill these guys. Let us murder every, or not even kill them, just break them. Don't even need to kill them. This tiny unit of Armenian footmen is doing an absolute job in holding these guys back. Yeah, you can see these phalanx infantry, they're obstructed. They need to be like gunners. They need to have be above the fighting, or like have a clear line of sight. And obviously they don't have a clear line of sight because these Georgians are just about there. They need to fall back. They need to fall back. Oh, they're actually firing now. I guess because they are in combat? I don't know. But they need to get in there. They need to like pull out. Run, boys. Run, 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 run. I didn't actually lose a single man in combat. That's pretty impressive. What's going in now? We've got some Georgian auxiliaries that are going in that direction. They definitely need to go up on that wall. And you can see some, like, cavalry that's flanking around just got mopped up by some generals. They just put some cavalry here and it's just a kind of a waste. It's just kind of been left there to die now. There's a few reserves. I mean, they've got a few swords, but they're running low. Oh, I say that it's because they're pushing hard here. You can see cavalry pushing on, getting focused down by archers. I think they definitely took out like a sword unit or spear unit. They might have taken out one or two things actually. Oh no, they're all. Yeah, I think they've just taken out. They're going to take out this Armenian. Oh no, this Armenian spear unit. Yeah, they just got focused down by archers. Poor them. Anything else that probably comes around here is going to get focused down as well. They need to be careful. There's still Gulen foot guards with a lot of ammo here. Jeez, these guys just are endless. Endless. Look good though. I will admit they look good. And yeah, they're going to now defend this area with the footwar here on the, like at the bottom of the wall. And then these Gulen foot guard will go up onto the wall, and they can now just shoot anything that goes down here. Or they can just shoot across the wall and just shoot at these archers. And the archers are actually getting off the wall. I wonder if that's in response to the Gulen foot guard going up there. Gulen foot guard, though, are losing here in this breach. That's good to see. If you're rooting for the Mongols. I mean, they are fighting shock infantry, so they shouldn't really have a chance against shock infantry. It's an absolute mess of colour in here. You can barely tell who's who. Anyone in, like, sort of Byzantine sort of style uniform is like archers. Is like these are the Silesians. Well, Mongols actually aren't in this bit. They're not in this section of the fighting. But geez, they're looking nasty. Over here, oh here we go, here we go. The Firelance infantry are up onto the wall. I mean, a lot of breaking here. Oh, I can't wait to see these guys fire. Shall we go from their point of view? There we go. They're kind of like gunners. They just point and aim. And yeah, they're just firing down there into all of these, this big old blob. Let's have a volley. The Mongols obviously like know most about the world. Now know about the Chinese gunpowder. And yeah, look at that. They're just firing down there. It's like fire a firework almost and just like kill some guys. Or just like do damage to morale. Let's have a look at the morale. Yeah, it's not looking great. There's a lot of stuff wavering actually here. Obviously the foot guards just won't break. That's the real issue. They need to focus those guys down really. Actually, they're dropping quickly though. Setting up more Caliphs here. More Gulen foot guard. More Caliphs. Jeez. Yeah, they're actually losing now. Look at this. Could go either way. I mean, I think they still got it in them. It's only 400 man difference. If they kill a general as well, the Mongols, they've got every chance of winning this. They have every chance of winning this. The Georgian auxiliaries are falling back though. Why are they falling back? They had the win. They're going to win this fight. I mean, it's like, they're falling back of the Abbasids. They're falling back. I think they're going to just hold this choke point here instead. Not a bad idea. Who knows? Who knows, really? I mean, if they put a unit here, though, the Abbasids, then they can just flank anything that comes down this area. They're now firing fires. I think they're trying to break the archers here of Silesia. Might do it, but they might not as well. And looks like they've turned around the fight here of the Gulen foot guard on the shock infantry. Of course, these Gulen foot guard just won't give up. Absolute monsters. And there you go. They're gone. I'm pretty sure that's the shock infantry's basically gone. There comes the cavalry. Oh, okay. Mongols just flying in. What's this? It's got to be a general bodyguard, yeah. Just came flying in. I think he's trying to take out some of these Gulen foot guard. I mean, not a bad idea. They need to send in the... oh, yeah, here we go. We've got Armenians now. It's going to be just a cycle charge of cavalry. That wasn't a great charge. I think they kind of got slowed down by retreating units, or they just hit like one or two guys, and then it kind of like stops the entire advance. They need to be careful. They could get around here, could the cavalry? If they get around here, then they could just bash through this spear unit, and then just flank around all of this, undo all the defenses that they have set up. So yeah, I think basically the Abbasid players are being smart. They've realized the fire lancers are doing a lot of work if they keep fighting here. Like, look at the bodies here. Look at the bodies that these Armenians now walking over. So many. And so yeah, they realize the fire lance infantry do too much work there. They've still got a fair amount of ammo as well. So they're falling back out of the fire lance infantry's range. They're going to be standing on that wall. I mean, they could put them here, could they? The Mongols could, but then they're going to get shot by crossbows, and they'll lose that fight. So well played there by the Abbasids, and it looks like it is going to go in favor of the Abbasids. The Mongols look like they're not going to be able to take Baghdad today. So we're going to see a change in history by the looks of it. Unless anything like drastically happens, like a general dies, or I don't know, it's just a massive chain route by the Abbasids. But I don't see it happening. They just got like some good units left to go, like Caliph's Hamat. They've got their Gulen foot guard. In they go. I mean, it's basically these archers now that are in combat. I mean, they're pretty good in combat. They are kind of like archer infantry. They're pretty well armored. They do okay in combat, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. And an allies general's just died. Whose general has just died? Whose general has just died? I mean, it was here. They've actually nearly broken through here. These Armenian archers now in. I think it's the other Mongol general. He just got in and got himself killed. Well, not got himself killed, but he charged in. He nearly actually broke through here. So I mean, I guess he maybe was fighting this Gulen foot guard general back here, possibly. I don't know. It's not even a Gulen foot guard general. It's just Gulen bodyguard. My bad. I hope you guys have been enjoying this one. It's been a really fun one to watch, I must admit. Like I said, interesting to see the Ilkhanate at their best, doing what they do best. Why is there just like a random burnt tree here? Like just chilling in the middle of the street. And yeah, these Armenian archers, they've got just like a sword. They've got no missile block or like block anyway. No shield to help them. So they're going to probably get cut down. It's a real shame. There you go. That's probably going to end. I mean, there you can see that the Abbasids are flanking around now. They're pretty much finished. Yeah, the fire lance infantry now in combat. Oh, they're firing point blank range. Final few shots. That's brutal. That is brutal. These poor guys. I really wish there was like more Chinese units that were added. I think, like to this to the Mongol roster. I don't know what else you could add. Maybe. But it'd be quite cool to see like other stuff, like a proper like multinational Mongol army would be awesome. And you could almost make the Mongol units, I think, even bigger, like give them like double-sized units, because the Mongols always fought in like, certainly in this period, fought in like huge numbers, and you kind of can't get that across if you're doing like an even-sized battle. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but obviously it's gone quite well, I think. I think it's been quite a close one. It has come down to the last few units. These poor Han engineers, as I'm calling them, or they're just the fire lance infantry. They're just getting focused down, the poor guys. And there you go, a valiant defeat for the Ilkhanate. So we'll end the replay and have a look at the end results. So yes, the Abbasids have managed to hold on to their capital and will live to fight another day. They will have to face probably more Mongol invasions in the near future, I am sure. But yeah, I was playing as one of the Ilkhanate armies. I actually was the first to go out. I had a pretty rough game. My archers did pretty well, getting like a lot of kills, but we'll come to them in a moment. My general getting 180 kills. My auxiliaries just did like nothing, 53 kills. They just weren't that great. My swords, yeah, 89 kills. Not amazing. They're not great at the Ilkhanite's infantry, or like their early stuff isn't that great. And then the Turkic archers getting 166, 180, 130. Did okay actually. My Mongolian heavy lancers one getting 55 kills, one getting 183. Did okay. I actually forgot to upgrade them with like the Rosses were all sorted, and the Mongol cavalry should have had like a lot of upgrades because obviously it's Mongolian cavalry, they're really good, but I forgot to give them any. And then their Mongolian heavy horse archers getting 86 kills, so they did pretty solid as well. Then we have Mythic Yeast, who's playing the other Ilkhanate army. He had his like fire lance infantry, and he had the Nafatoon, so it's a really interesting army to work with. But yeah, his general bodyguard getting 93 kills. His Georgian auxiliaries getting 104 kills, a lot better than mine. His Armenian footmen actually managed to get 100 kills. That's impressive. His Armenian archers, look at this. These guys are not even that great, getting 345 kills, 346, 192. Jeez. Fire lance infantry only getting 43 kills, but doing a lot of morale damage. You got to remember. Then his heavy lancers not doing as well as mine, only getting 103. His Nafatoon's 149 kills, and his Trebuchet getting 179 kills. Then we have Versolim, who's playing as the Kingdom of Silesia, as one of the Armenian vassal armies that turned up to help the Ilkhanate. His general getting 129 kills. His shock infantry only getting 118 kills, which is a real shame because it's the only shock on the actual battlefield. Really hoped it would do a lot better. Then you got the spear Spenatzer, or this is the spears anyway, only getting 35 kills, which is kind of a shame because that's like the only infantry that can be brought, like that's not shock infantry anyway by Silesia. And then his archers getting 383 kills, 322, 208, 299, 261. He did really well with his archers. These guys are pretty damn nasty. And yeah, I mean, he actually brought the high version. He needed to bring the early one, but I mean, even still, it didn't really matter in the end. Like they still lost the attackers, even if they did kind of breach the rules there. And then the Trebuchet getting 204 kills, which is pretty solid as well. His cavalry not doing that great, which is a shame. Then we've got Dragon Player here, who's playing as the Abbasid Caliphate, got 107 kills with his Jund spears, and his Caliphs getting 127. Which is pretty solid. His Footwar Jund, yeah, they're not great either. This infantry just does not do well. It got only like 50 kills. They did pretty awful. His Gulen Foot Guards getting 89 kills. Kind of surprised. I thought they'd do better. I mean, some others might have done a lot better. But yeah, those ones didn't actually do that well. His other archers, these ones here getting 114 kills. They did a lot better. His crossbows as well getting 62 kills. They did okay. Not amazing. Then his Furzan here getting 211 kills. They did pretty damn nasty. And then we've got Heroes of the Greeks here playing as another one of the Abbasid armies. He was facing off against me. His bodyguard getting 44 kills. His Caliphs getting spears getting 216 kills. His high version getting 227. His Footwar Jund did a lot better actually on this side than they did like for Dragonplay. 130 kills there, so that's not bad. Yeah, his Gulen Foot Guards getting 312 kills. They did well. His crossbows getting 208 kills. They did amazing as well. I think they were focusing down one like poor unit of Armenian swords for ages. Then his cavalry did okay, getting 102 kills. His Nafatoons getting 131, even though they got focused down early game. And his Trebuchet getting 256 kills. Then we have Paranoid, who was playing as the Abbasid Caliphate as well. The final army, his spears, yeah, these like early spears, they didn't do that great, 73 kills, but they held their own for a little while. Then his swords here, not doing that great either, getting 53 kills. His Footwar Jund, yeah, not doing amazing either compared to like heroes. His Gulen Foot Archers though did really well. Look at this. It's like his main kills here: 274, 187, 262. Did pretty well, and then 101 kills with his cavalry. So anyway, there you go. It looks like the Mongols have been stopped at Baghdad. Unlike in history, they went on to take the city. Here today, they failed. Hopefully, we will see the Mongols again in another battle because I really enjoy seeing like these new not new. They're not new, but like different factions playing. So I'm sure we can do some more like Mongol style scenarios. Maybe fighting the Russians or like fighting the Hungarians. Who knows? But yeah, if you enjoyed, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here. If you want to see some more 12-12, let me know in the comments. And just feel free to show your support as well as we work towards 2,500 subs. And until next time, Legionnaires, Bye for now.